guys, welcome back. Lorrie again on Vancouver Island, and as you can see I have another one of my flat panels here, and I have just coated it with my White House paint. That's not a very thick coat because I'm going to be putting a lot of paint on this. I'm going to try a bottle bottom pour, and then I might do a reverse dip on it as well. So again, I've got those greens that I just mixed up for the last video, and I'm just going to go ahead and use those because this is obviously just a practice, right? So I've got just a regular pop bottle size, and I melted it a little on my iron so that it was straight, so it would sit straight, and I'm going to just pour paint into it. Again, my colors are just a combination of greens that I mixed up using some greens that I didn't much care for. Mixing them with, with black and with blue and some with white, and just trying to change the tint a little bit. Anyway, they turned out beautifully in that last painting, although they were a little bit dark for my taste. I should have, I guess, continued with that white at the end. I thought it was going to go more kind of all over. Anyway, let's welcome. I know, sometimes I just go off on a tangent, right? Drives my husband crazy. I'll be talking about one thing and then I just flip onto a different subject. Anyway, hi and welcome and thank you. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do. I am aiming for 100 subscribers, and after that, I don't know what I'll aim for. I don't know that I'll ever reach 1,000 subscribers, but maybe next I'll aim for 250 after 100. We'll take small steps. Anyway, let's get to pouring. I have a little bit left over in this glass that I had poured out of for the last one, and so I'm going to start with that. And then I'm just going to layer these colors that I have here. I have 3 different greens, hues of green, and then I have a little bit of black and a little bit of white. And I don't have a lot of any of them, but I'm thinking that it should be just enough to do this. We'll soon find out. Wow, that actually took forever for that to close up in the middle. I know that I will be speeding that film up probably by 1,000 times. That'll look cool though. It'll just go. Anyway, so, yeah. I'm kind of loving the center. I don't know about the colors. I am going to split my petals with my little doohickey guy here. And by that I mean I'm going to come from the outside. Oops. And I'm going to come all the way to here. And I'm going to do that with all of them. Just to split them, and then how am I going to do then? Then I'm going to torch it, and then I'm going to come out from the center and go, actually I'm going to do that first, after I do this one. Okay, so now for all of these, I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. Oops. That was maybe a bit much. Oops. Have to tilt that off. Oh, there's some of that copper. I guess now I'm gonna tilt and ooh, maybe I should dip it. Yeah, let's do that. Let me grab a paper towel and spray it with some water, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my paper towel and it is slightly dampened, and I'm just going to lay it down. And I saw this. Who was it doing this? I'm sure it was Gaye again. I've been watching a bunch of her videos, but she did. She used a little roller on this and just kind of pushed the bubbles out from the inside without hardly any pressure. Ah! Why are you sticking? Okay, let's lift this baby up and see what we have here. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, corner to corner. Oh, my gloves are falling off again. You know, these are small and they're still bulky on me. Dang it. Anyway. And then this corner. And then this corner. I don't know. Guys, it's a little messy. I might have put way too much paint on here. Maybe I should have stretched it first. Anyway, let's bring it up and give it a bit of a twist. And, ooh. Well, let's run a torch over it and then we will stretch it and see what happens. The colors I'm not hugely fond of the colors. But that's kind of the purpose of using them, right? Because it is a practice piece and it's a practice panel. And yeah, I hate to use my bright, vibrant, brilliant colors on practice work because I would rather perfect the technique first and then use the technique on my with my better paints and my better things to pour on, right? Like wood or records, or I mean, these are still inexpensive things, right? The wood we had laying around the house, so that was completely inexpensive. And then you know, I have gone out to the dollar store and bought a few canvases, cheap canvases at the dollar store, right? Even the canvases I have that I'm like saving for something special, they're dollar store canvases. But oh my gosh, look at the funky cells that are popping up in that. All right, let's stretch it. Some of my colors are blending a little more than I would like. Am I blocking your shot? Sorry. I'm sure I'll be cutting this part out because this is boring. Unless you guys would like to hear my life story, I can tell you what's going on. We are in, well, we're not in lockdown. We're in Canada, of course. I'm on Vancouver Island. We do have, you know, like all big events have been shut down. The schools have been shut down. Most government offices have been shut down. A lot of restaurants are going to delivery only. Yeah, so we're kind of preppers. I mean, not like total all-out preppers, but we always have a good supply of at least a couple of weeks of food and water and toilet paper and all that stuff. So we haven't really had to go out and buy much, which is kind of, I guess, a good thing for planning ahead. This is what you plan for, right? I did have to make a liquor store run yesterday, just in case. We were out of everything. Which... So yeah, now we're hunkered down for like, I don't know, 3 weeks, I guess they're saying now. I'm not liking these colors. What do you think? They're kind of turning really khaki. Maybe I think I'm stretching it too quickly because I'm bored with this technique. Right? Like that's kind of the problem with these ones here where they're not beautiful instantly. And I have to try to do something with them to make them beautiful. But these colors are not ever going to be beautiful, I don't think. This is like khaki. Yellow's kind of cool. Copper is kind of cool. Wish that was showing up in more places. I'm trying to get that little white spot off there, and then I'm going to tilt it back up the other way, and we'll see if we can't stretch all of those cells out. And then see how that looks. There you go. Okay, there's one side. Bring it back. Let's not sit our water in the paint, or our hands in the paint. So I'm going to slow down a little here and try to stretch instead of run. really never did get any better than that. And of course, being on an old panel, you can see where it's cracked through and it's showing what was down on the very, very bottom there. Some of the patterning is pretty cool, though. Like the colors are awful, right? They're gray and gray. I don't know. Maybe some people, I'm sure, probably like the more muted tones. I'm just not a huge fan of them, right? I like the bright, vibrant, like that's kind of cool there. And there's some really cool patterns in it. That's very true. So I do like that technique, and I'll definitely have to try it again. I think my paint was a little too thin. Still, even though I thickened it up, I think it was still too thin. So I think I need to go up one more step in the thickness and then try that again, and maybe I can get not quite so much of the muddiness and a little more delineation between the colors. So that's what the goal is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave me a comment if you can. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, please, if you haven't. That would be fantastic. We're going for 100. Woo, woo, woo. We're almost there. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye now.